Hello. Can you guys hear me now? Hopefully this is better. So looks like I have an issue with my internet. No idea what's happening. But yeah, it's fine I guess. Let's see. Hey, hey Bhavya. Hey Interpixel. Is it all visible? So I think I can continue with the stream then. Hopefully. So let's add a plane. Rotate it by 90 degrees. No, never mind. Let's go to the top view, 7. And let's go to the material preview mode or else rendered view. I think it's my blender. I have no idea. It's can you see? It's something's happening. It's lagging. I don't think so I can. God, what is this? I'm sorry for what's happening, but as you can see, it's blender. I might take a second to carry on, but just give me a second, guys. Let's open Task Manager and see how much this is using. Everything seems fine. And how about the hard drive? It's in GPU. Let's set to CPU for now until it's rendered. Let's go to the I think it's my GPU issue, so I think I'll be using CPU for now. So yeah, let's continue. So right now I have object coordinates. I want to make a droplet of paint and a little bit of bulging out from the surface, so that I'll start with a circle. Let me tell you why I'm using circle. But before that, let's make a circle. Making circle is pretty simple. We'll be using length. So now we'll get like a radial gradient that goes from 0 to infinity. And we can subtract a value to basically change the radius. Instead of subtract, let's go to material preview mode because we don't really need anything right now. So let's invert it, okay? When you invert it, basically it goes from 0 to 1, like 0 to 0.5, because this is 0.5. To get it back to 1, you can divide it by the same value. So now this will go from 0 to 1. Like here you can see it is a little bit darker, and here it is a bit brighter. That's because the pixel values are going from 0 to 1. So now you can decrease or increase the values and it will still maintain the gradient. Hey Hyplights, I think I'm doing paint today. No idea how it's gonna start, but yeah, let's see. So let's continue. I think this is fine. And as you can see, if I do this with the same value, I can see the droplet is perfectly round, which is actually unnatural, right? So we can kind of distort it by actually subtracting a noise texture instead of this, but we have to keep the scale of the noise texture really low and also rough detail to 0. Roughness doesn't matter when detail is equals to 0. So what happens if I subtract noise instead of this? Let's see. We can see we are getting this nice little jagged shape. and you can basically increase the strength and see what happens. But as you can see, when I keep it around like this, even this is fine. Look at that. I mean, it's like a meta ball, right? But as you can see, we have to keep things really small, and there's no point of using 3D, so I think I'll simply use 2D. And there you go, right about there. You can get like, I mean, at 0 scale nothing happens. If you slightly keep increasing it, you can see it starts distorting, and we had to, I think 2 is max. I don't want to go beyond 2, so you know, just to get that nice little thing. So I think I use a map range, and the input value can be whatever it is, 0 to 2, 0 to 2, and let's put it there. Let's take a value node, and if you want to put it there, like, I think wherever you go, it'll just clamp it at, it'll clamps at 2. But yeah, as you know, it's not necessary, it's just our wish. So we can just keep this at 2, or else what we could do is we can add a invert node and use this factor to basically control the distortion, basically the scale a little, because you know it clamps at 1. But if you want to go to 2, all you have to do is just multiply this by 2. Yeah, let's save this. Date and paint. Am I in the desktop? Yes. Let's save this. Let's look at the chat real quick. Hey Maker Jake, how are you? Oh, is the stream lagging a bit? How can I turn off 60 FPS? I'm not really sure. Oh god. Let's see. Stream, YouTube, video. Okay, if I have to like change this thing, I think I have to stop the stream, which I think I don't want to. Just let me know if it's still bugging. I think it'll get better in a second, because I can see it's getting better and the internet quality is getting better. So yeah, so basically now we can use this invert node to basically see how jagged our paint blob is gonna look like, right? So yes, that's it. And I want around like 3 to 4 you know, 3 to 4 blobs, and I don't want to use 3 different noise textures. Instead I can use a color output and separate them into 3 different noise textures, and you can use one of them, like, you know, one of them for each. And I can duplicate it, Ctrl+Shift+D, place it down, and let's get some space here. I'm not really sure if this actually works. I might have to like duplicate the length node as well. Maybe I have to. Let's see. Let's delete this. Let's duplicate all these 3, Ctrl+Shift+D, the second and third. So now I have 3 different circles, but which you can't actually see much. So I'll be using Y for these ones and Z for these ones. Okay. You can ask me why are you using separate XYZ instead of separate RGB. We can use both. That's because colors are nothing but vectors. I'm just looking at the chat. Hopefully, oh yeah, it's getting better. That's good. So yeah, that's what I was thinking, and hopefully this should work. All 3 should have different things. Let's see. Yes, and yes. And looks like the jaggedness is too much. Let's go to 1. Let's not go too, let's, I mean not 1.5. Let's look at this, and this. Yes, they look fine. So now I can group everything and call these droplets of paint. It's going to be like a really short one, really quick one. I don't want to spend more time on this one, honestly. Yes. Let's give them colors as well. Just some white color. Don't want to go more than that. There you go. And also this. Let's place it there. And I just want to scale them down a bit more using a vector math scale. Let's go about there, which that size seems fine. I mean, right now, I think this is happening because I should be using the same vector here. So now when I scale, it will still say, it will still be the same. So I want to like go about to, let's also set up some camera. Like about that angle looks fine. Control Alt 0. Is that fine? Hopefully. Let's look at it. Not really sure. But yeah, for now, let's turn off all the depth of field. Let's select the camera. Yes. Let's go to the rendered view. So now what I could do is I can start giving it some displacement. Okay. Hey Matisse, hi. If you're using OBS to stream, you cannot while it's streaming, but you would go to the settings for video output. Oh, thank you, Matish. Maybe I'll do that next time. Okay, looks like just let me know, guys, if it's still lagging a lot. I'll continue for now. Okay, I'm sorry if it's lagging too much. I think it's my internet. So what I want to add like a displacement, right? Displacement, I'll be using normal displacement node, not vector displacement. I'm still surprised that I'm using displacement today. Honestly, there's nothing I can do much right now. So let's directly plug in a thing and let's set this to 0.5. I don't want it to go too much. It looks like nothing's happening. That's because I don't think there is true displacement. I mean, there is no subdivision surface modifier with adaptive and simple. There you go. Oh god, what's that? Obviously we have to clamp everything. Did we clamp? No. Why will I? But as you can see here, this is what I have so far. And as you can see, it's not perfect. And we could try to change it. Like let's change the mid level to 0. And also let's decrease the scale a bit less. About 0.1. Is this sufficient? Maybe not. But let's add an RGB curve. Let's shape it up a bit more, like, you know, that. Now let's actually look at, what is it called? Diffuse shader. Just to see how that looks. And obviously everything is bright now. That's because of my scene lights. There you go. Does that look anything like a paint blob? I think it's too much of displacement. Maybe I can change it. You know, right? I'm not using my GPU, so that's why it's slow. I'm sorry, but it has to be done. Okay, let's decrease the displacement strength to 0.1. I think I'll keep this at 1, you know, the scale, except I'll do all the changes here before the displacement. So let's go to the material preview mode and let's add a math node and change the height to like 0.05. And let's look at the rendered view. This should solve something. Oh, wait a second, what just happened? Why can't I see anything? Okay, now it should. What? 0.5? 0? Where is the... What? Is it cycles? What's happening? Okay, it's volume. Why is it even connected to volume? No idea. Okay. Looks like it's too much again, but looks like it's enough. Honestly, I think it's enough. Let's save this real quick and try to place all these three things in the drops. All these three drops somewhere. There you go. It looks like water. Not too much, but yeah. I'm looking at the chat as well. Yes. I want to make it look thick. Let's also shape all the other three things with the same values. I wish there was like a easy method for combining everything without actually, duplicating it 3 times. But it's Blender. There are a lot of improvements going on. I'm not complaining. I think it's fine. But let's see. Let's try to combine everything before we send it through displacement. Okay. For that, I'll simply use a maximum node. 2 maximums for 2 values here. And I'm using Node Wrangler add-on. As you can see, all these strings are overlapping each other, so we have to like move them separately. And I look at the camera view and then move them accordingly so that it looks good. I'll be using a vector math node, 3 vector math nodes to basically place them. And I'll change this to subtract. I mean, you can use add, but then if I scroll front, they won't go in this direction. They'll go in the opposite direction, and I don't like it. So I'll be using subtract for now. Oh, thank you, Matisse. That's exactly what I thought. Let's place them somewhere about. As you can see, they're like wobbling a bit. That's because of the noise texture that we had. Looks like, okay, right about there, out of the screen should be fine as well. Ooh, look at that. It's like metaballs. I'm just playing now, I'm sorry. Okay, what I could do here is, I think let's continue with this, whatever we have. Let's look at the camera view and let's look at the displacement once. Obviously you can't say anything. That's because we have to plug this through the height and then the diffuse. There you go. I think they're still too thick, but we can handle it. I think the lot of colors, I mean, I think when we go to the shading part, that's when the magic happens. But can we make this any better? Like the scene, obviously, but I have to look at some paint, paint droplets. Let me just gather some references. Paint droplets. Looks like paint is too shiny. I mean, paint should be shiny, obviously. And I'm just looking at some reference images. Just give me a second, I'll just start with you. Oh yeah, this is a good image. Okay, let's get back there and let's put it there. I mean, this can give me like a nice shiny, I mean, like, like nice understanding how paint looks. And I like the colors over there, so I want to place this on top like a surface. I have no idea what surface I'm going to choose, but for now, let's actually mask these things out. Okay, for masking, right now we have this maximum node which can give us the overall mask, but before that, let's arrange everything in the scene real quick. Droplet 1, droplet 2, droplet 3. So inside this itself, I'm going to like do some other stuff, like building up the masks and everything will be inside this. So mask is nothing but changing this to greater than, and changing this to greater than. Let's look at that. So I'll get only the mask of the first color, which we can use later on. So, and let's give this a color code. Let's give this red, no, white, yellow. I think blue is fine because it's blue. So let's duplicate this and change this to greater than 0. Let's put it up over there. Let's bring this up as well. Let's give the same blue color to this. I like to keep presets here, okay? That's how I did these things. You can do that as well. Oh, is it lagging again? It shows like good amount of upload speed for me. Not really sure why it is lagging. Maybe it's only for you, or else maybe it's for me. Just let me know in the comments again. So now I can do the same thing for the third one as well. Control Shift D, put this up, change this color to blue, and change this to greater than, and set this to 0. So now we have mask for all three things, as you can see there. Excuse me. Let's look at the maximum. Okay, can you see something off here? Like this mask is fine, and this mask, I have 2 droplets over there. But what happened was the other droplet is inside this one, so I couldn't see it, right? Like, see, it's on top of that, so I couldn't see that. I think it's fine, but hopefully the mask doesn't give 2 different colors on top of each other. And so far that's my concern. And I'm going to like multiply this by 0.5 to give it like an overall height difference. So it's more on the surface now. There you go. It's bulgy, it's cute. Now let's actually do some principal BSD stuff. Okay, what I want to do now is take the principal BSDF and let's try to recreate some colors here. So for that, I think this view is fine, and I don't think so I need adaptive subdivisions at all for this one. So let's go about 3, viewport 3. Okay, obviously this is a plane. Okay, never mind, let's turn on adaptive subdivisions, whatever. We can change it later on in the final render. I might animate this one, I have no idea, but the animation is just going to be like moving these things around. So they kind of slide in, which I think might look cool. Let's see. So colors, I want to make everything a bit shinier, so the roughness is going to be lower, like about there. It's highly specular, I guess, about there. And I'm not sure if I should use metallic slider at all, but yeah, maybe let's give it some different color. Does this look like paint, like the reflections and stuff? Let's look at from this angle. Not quite there, but let's go about that. Roughness is fine. More metallic, more specular. Okay, it should be completely specular. Much metallic and less roughness. Maybe a clear coat, obviously, that's important. IOR of paint. I'm going to use this website called Pixel something. Oh, hey Interpixel. I think I'm not really sure. If it's lagging, guys, just let me know in the comments. I think Interpixel is facing some problems over there. And but then it shows really nice upload speed for me, so I don't know. Let me open IOR index of it's Pixel Poly. So for index of refractions, I use this website a lot, so I'll put that in the chat. Hopefully that should help anyone. Control F to find paint. So I can't find paint exactly, but let's see, let's just Google it. IOR of paint. Fresnel at 5, whatever that is. But paint's IOR looks different. I don't think so I should care about it, but let's decrease it. 0.3. Or else let's leave it at default for now. Let's change everything later on. So for now, what I want to do is, I want to let's try to only do the render region. And let's try to make it high resolution by refreshing the geometry. So what I'll do now is I'll just give it some different colors for everything and then mask it out. So for that, I'll use this greater than node and use a mix RGB node. I'll keep the blacks black, I don't want to give it any colors right now, but the red one is going to have a really red color. Maybe let's go for green and put it there in the whites and use this one as the mask, which is the color which is out of the range. So now we can change the color to about blue. And now let's use the other mask, set this over there, and as you can see, this is having a little bit of overlappingness, right? So what I'll do is I'll just flip this one there, put there, so this one will be the first one to get compute. On top of that, I'm going to use this mask, so it has the nice little thing. But obviously I'm going to change the colors again. So this one is going to be a different color, but this one, wait a second, I think this should be green. Let's pick green. This is blue and this one should be different one. What should I pick? Let's go pink. Let's plug it directly to the base color and see how that looks. Does this look good? Nice. I like this one. Yeah, refreshing geometry and everything looks fine so far. This paint can be improved, but I don't know how. Oh yeah, I think it's similar to oil. Let me search oil. Oil of wintergreen has about... Wait, oil of wintergreen? Did I hear this somewhere else? Isn't that a chemical? Yeah, methyl salicylate. I think that's the chemical. Yeah, I heard this one before. Let's see, oil. Looks like all these things have, all oils have higher index of refraction than what it has right now. So let's see. Let's go about 1.5. That's what this said it's gonna look like. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I might decrease roughness a bit more and maybe the metalness. Let's see what happens if I give more metalness. Less metalness. Is it like paint? I don't know. I might duplicate a bit of them and scatter them all around. But I think a better way to do this is using Voronoi, but with less number of let me show you what I mean by that. I'll use Voronoi texture. Voronoi has this nice little cells here. So this could actually be a better technique. It's just I don't want to use Voronoi. Let's use a math node and use one of these things to subtract. Okay, but let's subtract from that so it has these nice little things. As you can see, they overlap a lot. That's exactly why I don't want them. Let's divide them with the same value. Now I can reduce the overlapness by duplicating this one more time, changing this to n squared radius, and use a math greater than this. So I'll get this masks, and I can use that masks and multiply this. What is that? How it works? Wait a second. I don't think I know this one. Yes, 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 yes. Let's use less than so that it might get inverted. There it is. I think all I have to do is multiply this one with a small number now. It's not perfect, but it doesn't give me the raindrop effect at all. So I might duplicate everything again and try to give it different colors and just to place things around over there. Hey David, hi. Good to see you here, man. Hey Smonau. Yeah, Bhavya, but then I think the problem is I don't want to do that because it's gonna take a lot of time. I don't know if I can stream that long. Anyway, oh yeah, I'm alone today. Curtis is busy today, so I didn't get him. Hey David, I love your work and I'm really happy that you're here. Your note, I actually went through your nodes, and it really helped me a lot, especially the labyrinth one. I understood how tiles work and I started making more tiles after looking at that. And this labyrinth is basically Trisha tiling, and I love Trisha tiling. And it was completely inspired by you, man. So let me duplicate it one more time, including the subtract node so that I can change the locations. Ctrl+Shift+D. So now let's look at this, and now let's change the location to somewhere far from here. How about there? Now let's plug them here. Use this mask because we already have the mask, and give this a different color now. What color can we give? Let's give it about red. Yeah. And also we have to maximum this with this one, so we have the height map as well. So I'll take this one and mix it over there. So now when you look at here, you can actually see the paint of the red as well. So we can keep doing this. That's what I'm gonna do for a second. Like it'll take a little while. So that's I think that's fine, hopefully. So about there, I can simply remove this one and change this to 4, and everything is happy and same. So I'm gonna duplicate everything like 5 more times. Like, it's fine, we are not using 7 noise textures for that. We are only using like the same few math nodes. Yeah, hey Gabe, welcome back. David's stuff is amazing. I think I'll put these things inside the node group. I mean, inside the frames. Oh, to be honest, I really wish I can make a node group, but I just want to see how big the node tree goes without grouping them, you know. I always do that. I should not do that at all. Last time when I made the, I don't know if you guys have seen that yesterday, but for the layers, I made this one, okay? I don't know how this is gonna look, but just look at that. Okay, I think it's let's go to the middle preview mode. So this is what I made, and I was happy with whatever I got. So let's look at the whole shader. And because making Hogwarts here is kind of like eyeballing everything and placing everything over there. Yeah, that's exactly. You should actually like stream, David. I really want to see how you think. Just want to go into your head sometimes. we do have a Discord server, David. If you where there are like so many procedural artists, Erin and me and Gabe, we all run the server together. So you might want to hop in, and the link is in the description below. And so the node setup actually went so crazy. Oh, like look at here. And this is including the triangles and the rectangles that I used, and it was really hard. And these are the clouds basically. So the clouds really turned out pretty well. I was happy with whatever I had. So let's get back to the paint. Open recent, date and paint. So we can duplicate this for a while. I think that's fine. I was just looking at the chat. So I'll duplicate this like few more times, like 1, 2, 3. And let's only look at the height maps for now. We can change the colors later on. I might do some same colors, but how many times did we duplicate it? 1 to 3 times, right? So let me add 3 maximum nodes. 1, 2. Let's connect this here and this there. Wait, not there. Here. The final one also is there. So let's use another maximum and connect this one there. Now let's look at the final height map. Let's go to the middle preview mode so now let's go to the top view and start like changing the locations here. Basically I'll put one there and maybe another one little far, but little front, maybe to the side, right about that. Let's look at that. Yeah, it's all in the frame. That's good. How about the other one? The other one I want to like place it somewhere about there, but looks like it's not a good location for that one. So let's place it about there, a little bit far. I think that's fine. Now let's look at the height map. I mean with the colors. It might look like water for some reason, but I think it's fine. Okay, is the stream visible, guys? For me, it looks like the stream is stuck. I'm not really sure. Just let me know. Hopefully that's, I mean, it's not updating for me though. There you go. It looks cool. So I'll give 3 different colors or like same colors, but let's see. For that, I need to like make masks again, which I think I can. Let's get them up so we can copy them. So let's use this mask and take a math node. Not math, actually a mix RGB node. This is going to be the white socket and this is going to be on the top socket. Oh god, never mind. I think I'm kind of getting there. But let's use, okay fine, let's use this mask and set this to the factor. And we have that color. Next up, let's do this one. And use the other one as the factor. And let's do one more. And let's use this one as the factor. Thank God to the node wrangler, I can actually like go a little bit more far from whatever I have so far. So now let's look at this one. So I have 3 different colors. I can pick 3 different colors. I think I'll pick the same ones in the opposite direction. And this one could be green. So let's pick green. And this one can be some other color. So let's pick yellow. What do you guys think? Yeah, hopefully that's fine. Let's look at the final one in the rendered view. Now the surface is not that good, so I'll improve the surface, but I think this is the main basic scene what I planned. Hopefully that's fine, I guess. No idea though. Let's see. So this is our total displacement. It looks nice. I might improve the shader later on, but for now let's work on the the background. So for that, let's increase the roughness over there, because I have the final height map. I can do like a combined mask for everything, like only for these things using a greater than node. I can use this one in a map range, not a map range. Like let me directly plug this. Let's do a t less than, okay, and let's add some value and clamp it and maybe multiply it by about 0.5 or something. Let's set this to the roughness. Let's look how that's gonna look. So because I'm multiplying it by half, I can go about 0.6 here and divide by 0.6 here. So maybe we can go a little less. How about that? Actually, let's use a color ramp. I never use color ramps, but I think I have to. I kind of, what? Because it's just black and white. I think all I have to do is just multiply. Did I clamp anywhere? Hopefully not. Let's use a greater than for now. Greater than 0 is giving me the mask. I can invert it to get the whites. Or else I can use this one in the mix RGB node. Yes, what I'm even thinking. My brain is not working today. Let's use this one in the mix RGB node. And let's use this to the roughness output. So the white parts are going to be somewhere about there because they are more shinier. The the black parts here are going to have little high roughness. So let's go about there and let's see how that's gonna look. Yeah, as expected. And now for the for the other parts, I think I'm going to do a little bit of wood type texture. Should I use wood? I don't know. Which surface should I make? Maybe a wall, not a wall, floor. Actually, I don't know. Yes. I'm kind of. This is exactly what happens when I do stuff on my own. What happens is, I might think this should work, and I don't like it in the bit in between, and I'll just jump to something else. So I thought I'll make wood, but then looking at this composition and stuff, I don't think so. Wood looks fine here. Honestly, do you guys think it's gonna look fine? I don't think so. So, but yeah, let's try something else. Let's also add depth of field, and as you can see, depth of field makes things a lot better. Except I'm going to use an empty here. So let's add an empty, like pane axis, and also in the camera properties, I'm going to do some things called in the camera, not here. In depth of field, let's use the empty, and also viewport display. I'm going to look at the compositing guides. I think I'll use thirds should be fine. Let's go to top view. Let's bring this about there. Maybe a little bit in the X direction. G Y direction. G X direction again. G Y direction again. Now let's go a bit front. Get this about there. My focus point could be about there as well, I think. But yeah, here should be good. And the so let's look at that. So yeah, I kind of forgot that I do have a lighting setup which I don't think so suits this background. I forgot, so I might turn that off for a second, but let's only fix the depth of field for now. Okay, I don't think so I should be using GPU at all. I'll fix it soon. F-stop about 1.8 should work fine. Like 2, yeah, 2 is fine. GZ. All I'm trying to do is make it look pretty. I'm not going to make it look the best. Obviously I can't. But yeah. So I need to change the lighting. So let's go to the lighting. As you can see, it's all blown out. I'm going to delete everything. And also the top light, which is actually now it's all blank. So which HDRI was it using? So it was using this one. It's called forest.exr. Okay. And what about the strength? If I increase the strength, so forest-ish. I think I do have a HDR for that. Let's see. Let's go to the precision shading workspace. Let's go to the world settings. Let's try to turn on the lights in scene world. And let's find the one. Let's Control T that and open HDR. Let's load in this one. Okay, it's too bright. I do understand that. Maybe an overcast sky. Let's see. How about this one, Lost City? Yes, this is a lot better. I do like the surface to be the same, and I like the depth of field and also the background. I might change the background a bit later because I could use any sort of blurred image over there. But for now I think this is fine. Oh yes, David, Nodevember is amazing. I think I do have that one, but it's turned off, I guess. Let's see. Nodevember. Yes, it is there. Yeah, I'm turning it on. The problem with Nodevember is, yeah, now it does support the custom keys. Before it wasn't. So when I press tab, because it's tabber, when I press tab, now I can get all those functions. Before tab is for going into the group nodes, right? So it was kind of catchy, I guess. Like it was hard. I was not used to that. That's what I want to say. But yeah, it's really useful. And I think I just want to remove the background, the HDR. So what I'll do is I'll duplicate this one and mix them together. Use a light path. Use maybe camera ray. Yeah, camera ray is the one. So now I'll get the one, right? So I can use any sorts of image, but then should I use an image, or else maybe I can do some abstract painted wall sort of thingy in the background? Yeah, let's do that. So let's go to the world. I'm not really, I really don't want to use second object, but I think it's fine because it's just a primitive. I just don't want Gabe to shout at me saying that you cheat, how dare you. Look at that. Now it's all bouncing. I don't want that to catch any sorts of I think can I make it? Is it in the object settings? Okay, object info, not here. Where was that? Not here. Visibility, yeah. Ray visibility, it's going to be shadowed. Also, let's see what else can I turn off. Except camera, I think I'll turn off everything. Yeah, I think I should turn off the glossy catcher. What about the transmission? Yeah, but it'll still be there. I just want the background to just separate the front one, but not do anything more than that. What about diffuse? Let's skip diffuse, because anyway it's blurred. Now I can give it some nice little design over there, like a painted effect. For that, let's go to the precision, like shader editor again, and let's go to the object settings and let's give it a new material. So the previous material, whatever I had, I'm going to rename that to paint droplets. And the other one, which I am going to create now for the wall, I think I'll go for bricks. I don't know, anything is fine, I guess. Let's use a texture coordinate node and maybe look at this one for now. Use a noise texture, separate HSV. This gives us like nice little patches kind of thingy. Maybe let's increase the scale to about that. Yes, let's go about 15. Let's use a separate like a color ramp. Let's pick some colors from the group. Let's use pink as well. No, I don't think so. This is a bad idea. I really think this is a bad idea. Maybe let's not do pink. Maybe do let something else, a bit more bluish. No, bad idea. Let's remove that. Let's not do that. So David, are you going to participate in Nodevember continuously? I did see some of your stuff. Like if you're still here. Yes, I think the final one which I saw yours was pastry. That one was amazing. And also the fruit. I think you made a blueberry, I guess. I thought this will give nice little paint early effect. Maybe I can increase the details a bit more to make it look like stains, coffee stains. But yeah, it's not looking anything like paint. So it's a fail. Let's not do that. Instead, I can use the same magic texture that I like to just give some random shapes. Or else maybe, there you go. Let's distort it even not too much. Depth is fine, to depth is fine. Let's only look at the factor and let's use a color ramp. And let's pick some colors. Let's go green, and also let's go pink. Also let's go blue. I don't know, seems so dull, so let's increase the saturation, the value. I thought it looked something more abstract, but it doesn't look more abstract at all. Lots and lots of trial and error. Sorry, Gabe. Oh no. I'm gonna start my shader for prehistoric and I'll stream it in the Rinse Discord server soon. Oh yeah, guys, do hop into our Discord server. So there's Gabe, there's everyone, almost whoever you can imagine. There is Simon Thomas. Obviously he's not that active there, but yeah, we do have him, and you can ask any sorts of doubts that you have, and there will be someone to clarify. Not every time us, but yeah, there's always someone. There is JC. So yeah, try hop in there and then you can see how the node wizard Gabe is going to do prehistoric, and he showed me what he's gonna make and it's amazing. So yeah, try hop in whenever you can and we can all enjoy over there. Oh yes, now I think I want to make it more rough and more specular, and also let's also try to make it, I don't know, I shouldn't be using sheen, maybe clear coat. It doesn't matter, but yeah, it's just going to give us subtle effects. So anyway, And also I want to like do a little more stuff to this, so I might add a Voronoi. Just trying to do some abstract stuff. Let's use the color output as the vector of this one. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, obviously not. Wait, the color, right? Okay, not. I think, yeah, the distance. It's gonna look circles. How's it looking from front? Is it looking good? Not really. Not. Let's do something else. Let's use noise. Let's mix these two together. Then use that one as the factor. And use the object coordinates for both of them. Okay, now let's reduce the size by 2.5. Maybe 1.25. As you can see, let's use the color outputs only. This is the complete noise and this is the thing. Let's multiply them together. Looks like color burn, color dodge. I don't know, I'm just playing around. Lighten. I don't know what lighten does, but looks like it's giving pretty good results. I think I'll stop there playing with these background. Anyway, it really doesn't matter, it's going to be blurred anyway. So this is something which I think would be a good submission. Like nothing too complex, nothing too special. It's just a plane with some procedural texturing, and I do like the depth of field. And I learned the depth of field, like how to get better depth of field with Gabe as well as Devanshu. Thank you guys. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do a final render before I close the stream. So let's do it. Okay, for the settings for the final render, I think I should be using, I think I can use GPU for render instead of, and also let's set the things good. Samples, how about the samples? 128 is fine. Light paths, I'll use full global illumination. I think it's fine. And for the final render, I think I'll go about not 2K, 1500. Let's save it. Let's save it one more time. Hopefully this should look good. F12. Computing normals, mesh displacement, and everything is fine. Let's see how fast that renders. Yeah, it's kind of lagging, as you can see. That's the problem. Yeah, pastry was actually hard. I think I'm gonna stop it here. Look at that. It's not even starting, so it's a problem. Okay, let's close this. Let's switch it back to CPU and let's render it one more time. It's gonna take a lot of time though. Computing displacement plane. Yes, BVH. It's my GPU. Now I figured. God, it's gonna take a lot of time. Hopefully it's fine. So yes. School was fun for me though. It's not that bad, but yeah, it sucks. That too online due to this pandemic. So I think I'll call this done for now. If you have any questions that you can ask me here. And if you like the streams, if you want to support the channel, consider subscribing, liking the video. And if you want to support me more, you can do that by signing up to my Patreon. Math is interesting, I guess. I mean, it is kind of interesting, but it always depends on the teacher. You can ask Gabe for math tutorials. He's pretty good at it now. So yeah, that's it, guys. Once the final render is done, I'll stop the stream. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully that's it. Yeah, I shouldn't be moving anything. Oh my god, I never ended with CPU at all. This is the first time. And it's so slow. No. I don't know what's wrong with my GPU. If this is the case, I don't think so I can stream at all. It says there is two OBS running at the same time. I think that's something which I have to consider. It kind of looks good with the noise, honestly. I don't know, this denoise is kind of like making it more artificial. But yeah, for now, that's it. We're trying to make a cherry pie in which you can control the height, angle, and V pattern on the top. Oh, nice. That seems interesting. Hey, Santos. Hi. We are in the we are finally. I mean, the stream is almost done. So I'm just rendering a final render. Might not be the final one, but then final for the stream. Once this is done, I think I'll leave it there. Oh yeah, Gabe made the video, the crystal one. I'm waiting for the part two. He's actually recording it, but then uh, there is Nodevember, so yeah, I'm actually waiting for the part two. Vector displacement. I think I watched the video twice before I started my vector displacement stuff. It's so good. Hmm. I think there's a lot of lag between me and you guys. I can feel it. But yeah, we're almost done. That's good. It's not a bad render. I just didn't want to spend more time on paint because I'm already late. And as you can see, if I go anything further beyond that, my system might crash because I'm using CPU and it's too slow. And that's it. I'm saving this image. Save as real quick. Day 9, day 10. Paint of November. Save it. And that's it. I wish I could animate this one. I can try doing it with Eevee though. Like, let's see how that looks. Let's go to, oh no, not this one. Let's go to uh, Eevee, Eevee, and let's look at the render. It's gonna take a while, but then yeah, I think it's fine. All we have to do is in the noise texture. So let's change the material. I mean, or let's select this one. All I have to do is here, just increase this things to randomize it, or else I could simply increase the details. Not detail is something which you should not play with. Maybe a little bit distortion like this, just a little subtle animation. I thought that would be cool, but then no, it's not. It's not cool. Maybe a little distortion. Something about like minus 0.2 to 0.2 with a sine curve. I think that's. I thought of doing this kind of animation, but yeah, it's fine. So the nodes are not complex this time, and we are done. And thank you everyone for joining the stream. It was nice. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.